welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I'm Daniel.
I am Rex. These are whiskeys. We are going to partake in whiskeys and say words in your direction.
Now here's the thing, we've got two things. We've got one from Matthew Zitrick, which is this one.
Is he? No, he's not a bastard.
He is, he's a bastard.
Still?
Still a bastard, he's crawling in on Saint.
Matthew Zitrick, you magnificent bastard.
Fight.
And also from Harry Falkenberg,
He's a saint.
who is a saint.
Harry Falkenberg.
All right. These are three others from the same company. Remember, this is an independent bottling company in Japan that is sourcing whiskey in Japan from other distilleries, blending it or mixing it, putting on boats, letting it sail around for a while, and bringing it back.
Oh, they're doing the boats.
Now, we did the peated version.
Okay.
This is the classic, simple Mizunara oak version.
Oh, the Mizunara.
But you know why I'm really excited about this? Make sure you keep these straight. Because you know what we always say, this is a 43%.
Yeah.
And Matthew is the same version, but cask strength.
Oh.
So we get to see
the side by side.
Yeah.
Oh,
right?
Right on.
And this is kind of exciting. So
I have gone on record as saying the Mizunara oak adds a very unique specialness that I've had enough Mizunara aged things to be able to say, yep, that's the Mizunara.
It's a weird spice.
You don't feel very confident about being able to pick out the Mizunara.
Yeah.
I haven't nosed it. This is a test for me to see is the element, the flavor, the note, the layer that I remember as Mizunara oak, is that in fact showing up in this glass too? Because this is going to lock it in for me.
Okay.
This is going to lock it in.
So this one is all citrus and oak spice to me.
It's a lighter nose than I was expecting.
Mm-hmm. But I do get this oak spice that I wouldn't attach to like a European oak style.
Yeah.
Like a French oak even. But I'm also getting this sort of citrusy...
Floral citrus.
And even orange almost.
Yeah.
It's very light and pretty.
Oranges in Japan are a delicacy. Oh no, they used to say that in the 90s. It was on an episode of Seinfeld.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I remember that was so great. And then when they all get together and start speaking Japanese, like he keeps feeding us oranges.
What's with the oranges?
Why is he always bringing oranges? Kramer.
It was
Man,
George.
they're a delicacy.
It was.
Yeah. I like this, but I'm still getting like this sort of blended vibe of a grain-based whiskey that's slightly thin in the middle.
Yes.
It's citrusy and floral, but then kind of spicy. But overall, it's a little brittle.
This is a lot of similarities, a lot of familiarity with a nice blended Spice or Highland.
Yeah, this I would put in like a really good Johnny Walker category. Like the not quite the green.
It's not Johnny Walker, but it could,
it could hold its own with Chivas and Johnny and some blend.
It could
blends.
It could rub shoulders. This is the cask.
So let's see what happens when the cask strength kicks in at 53%, a full 10% higher.
Okay, all right.
So all the notes are still there. It's a little denser,
a little more ramped up, a little bit more of the.
But it's the same notes.
A little more of a caramel vanilla on that oak.
Oh, the taste has got a mid-range now.
Wow.
It's got a mid-range palate.
Oh, it does. That's lovely. Oh.
The cask is significantly superior. It fills out the empty mid-range that's missing in the 43.
There's an aromatic
balance.
Aromatic potpourri quality to that.
Yeah.
To that taste.
Yeah, if you're going to pick up a Kaiyo, and I'm
saying that there's that vanilla note, there's the oakiness. Now it has like this herbal layer.
Yeah, and it's all in the mids.
Yeah.
That fills it out.
Oh, that's lovely. So between the two,
more rich.
Between the two, I mean, same whiskey, just turning up the volume and
clear winner.
Things that you really couldn't hear. Now you're able to hear it.
Yeah, clearly
it's
head and shoulders above the other.
That's lovely. There we got R. Okay. Quick question. I always drink my whiskey neat, but now the weather is so warm where I live, and the whiskey just doesn't taste good to me anymore. Does this alter the whiskey taste? Also, I don't like to chill the whiskey. It buries a lot of the flavors. Yeah, so here's the thing is... I agree, though, which is in the Texas summer sometimes, I'll go out on the deck, it'll be 11 o'clock at night, it'll still be 102, right? And humid. And in that moment, I don't really want a neat whiskey. Sometimes a neat whiskey just feels like it gives me this claustrophobic feeling. No, it reminds me, I'm going to wait until it gets a little bit hotter, but we're going to do on the Tribe channel the best whatever category of whiskey that can stand up to the ice because it bears a lot of the flavors, but there are some things that will get picked out through the chilled.
Right.
Because you're saying whenever things are chilled, basically you're dulling your senses to a lot of things.
You're changing everything.
Yeah,
now, I kind of like putting whiskey in the fridge in the summer. Not all my whiskey, just like my budget everyday drinker. I'll stick it in the fridge.
Okay.
Because it's not quite frozen, and it brings only down to like the, high 30s.
Yep.
And then when I bring it outside, I being the bottle outside too.
Sure.
And so the bottle kind of warms up over time, but it keeps it kind of cool.
Yeah.
Instead of 102 degrees.
So here's the thing. Once you start getting into the cask strength, the Mizunara, this is where I think you can start to really pick out the Mizunara difference. The nature and the character of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's things happening in here that you aren't finding in Speyside or Highland.
Yeah.
And that thing is the Mizunara element to me.
I really need to try the identical whiskey in Mizunara and not in Mizunara.
Because it's basically the things that we often say is like, the vanilla and like the floral and the stuff that usually is accompanied by some sweetness. This has those notes, but the sweetness for those notes is toned down a little bit. Just the sugariness is toned down a little bit. You still get those flavors.
Yeah, but I find that in Highland whiskeys that have no Mizunara. So that's why I'm having a hard time going, I agree that those flavors are there, but attributing it to Mizunara, I'm struggling with.
And then the oakiness has this potpourri varnish layer. It's a bad note, potpourri varnish layer, but there's this surface to the oakiness. I don't want to say sour. Sour is too strong of a word. There is this, it's not a maltiness, it's not a funk. There is this unique quality that's on the surface of that oakiness that I'm attributing to the Mizunara. All right.
I get that soapy note.
Soapy?
That slight clingy.
It's clingy. It's definitely oily.
Like oily.
Yeah.
But,
But damn good. I'm glad to.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Lovely whiskeys.
Appreciate it. Wait, do we have another question? Yeah, we'll do another question. Why the hell not?
Sure.
Questions? Eric, wait! Watches. Other than wearing it as an antiqued form of jewelry in 2019, if I want to know what time it is, just ask Siri, what time is it? Afterwards, I remember I'm carrying my Android phone and I know it's time to stop drinking. Here's to partying, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, fight for a friend.
You steal, may you steal a lover's heart.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.